let me just check in with the first part of the Courting of Dina Shad. Some of these Kipling stories that I'm reading from Life's Handicap, the first collection that falls within my time period of 1890 to 1910. This is 1891 that this collection was published. The first stories in this collection are definitely on the larger side. I'm doing like 20-minute to kind of somewhat like 20-minute chunks, and it took me 3 20-minute chunks to get the first one done. We'll see how long this one is. It's not divvied up. We're doing the Courting of Dina Shad, which shows our what I'm taking as our Kipling stand-in narrator. He is a correspondent who is following the army. The opening of this one, they're doing an exercise where they're basically doing a whole bunch of stuff they would never actually do in war, but it's all practicing these armies. 30,000 troops, by the wisdom of the government of India, which I guess is the British thing, had turned loose over a few thousand square miles of country to practice in peace what they would never attempt in war. And it looks like it's going really well for the southern side. They're just completely routing the northern. But then the northern side kind of sweeps around back and captures them. And indeed captures the correspondent, where we again fall in with Mulvaney, Othris, and Leroyd. They commandeer the narrator, the correspondent's rations, because they're also experimenting with German rations, which are apparently fucking horrible. And they're buying goats from the surrounding area and getting vegetables, basically kind of negating whatever the experiment was of like how good these rations are. And they're sitting down by the fire where Mulvaney is beginning to wax, about like, I've been a private, I'm going to stay a private. We've gone through, colonel after colonel, but I always stay a private. I'm always, people humor me. They know I have their uses. I am, there's a point in here where, yes, he comes across Mulvaney, and Mulvaney is greasing his feet after a long day's march. And the narrator says, well, these are the feet that support the British Empire. That this is the salt of the earth, the core, the solid core that is this foul-tongued, thieving, lying rascal of a man is the core of the British Empire. This is what it rests upon, is these feet. And they sit down, and he begins to wax, and he starts talking about Dina Shad, and it's, what does he say? He says, and when I'm left off in lordly room through some thrick of the tongue, and a ready answer and the old man's mercy is out smiling, I feel when I fall away and go back to Dina Shad, trying to carry it all off as a joke. Not I, 'tis hell to me, dumb hell through it all, and next time when the fit comes, I will be as bad again. There's sort of, it seems to be the history of heartbreak, and he kind of tries to, the narrator's like, oh, well, what do you think? Yeah, you think they're going to attack tomorrow? He tries to get it off, and he says like, yeah, you're trying to change the subject. It's like, and so the narrator says, begin at the beginning and go on to the end, I said royally, but rake up the fire a bit first. And that is where this first hunk here seems to be just kind of throat clearing for Mulvaney is going to tell the narrator a story. And that's how we start off. All right, I will leave it there.